Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk to you about a feature that is unfortunately no longer going to be supported after March the 8th, 2025. So not long to go. But we're going to talk about what the feature was, what's replacing it, and our general thoughts. This is one not to be missed because I actually think that more people should be upset that this feature's going. Roll the intro. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Bookkeeping, your digital disruptor for 2024, and your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. In this video, we're going to go straight into it because we are losing a functionality that I thought was really, really cool. The functionality is called tags, and let's read the official release. So we got an email 9th of January, so time of recording just over a month ago. Tags will no longer be supported after March the 8th, 2025. Hello, Aaron. We're going to change. What does this mean? February the 28th, both you and your clients will no longer be able to create or use tags already created for reporting insights purposes. What can I use instead? We'll talk about that more later. What can I do with my historical tags? There'll be an option to migrate all existing tags to custom fields. So there's going to be a migration option for anyone using it. You can put the values and tags in custom field and important dates to note. So the important dates are March the 7th, 2025. That's when you need to make sure you download all your existing reports, and your clients will have read-only access to tags from March the 8th to 30th of April 30th. And then all tags will be removed on May the 1st, 2025. We've got some extra bits as well. Tags will be removed from QuickBooks May the 1st, 2025, like we said. It also says from February the 5th to March the 7th. So not a long period, like just over a month. And as day of recording, we're halfway through that now. You can migrate your tags to a custom field. So there's a migration option by the sounds of it. And then from March the 8th to April the 30th, you'll read only, like everybody said. So what was tags to begin with? We knew the writing was on the wall with tags because it used to be under transactions, there was tags there, but now it's hidden away under list or list, and then there was tags down here. And the idea of tags is that we could generate multiple tags over here, tag group, and put it in there. And then you can have these nice little reporting options. So, you know, you can start tagging transactions, you can see the reports in, you can see the reports there and going through. What I used tags for more than anything was this ability to discover stuff. Like discoverability is what tags was all about, right? So what I would use tags for is I'd have ones for like attachments needed, category, review VAT, something like that. So the idea, I could go to this transaction here, find that transaction. And what the tag place was at the top here, you had this tag here, and this particular tag was for review category. So what we're saying here is maybe myself or my client or one of my team members wasn't 100% sure that they've got the right tag here. So they could stick this in here, put the tag there, put the category in there, whack the tag up there. And this was from 2020, I was doing this. Gave us the ability then to be able to, you know, find that again. And part of our review process for us at Boffix was we would go through these tags, make sure we're happy with them. Someone said for review category, we'd check to make sure that category is right, move on from there. Other tags we're using was things like for review. Under the for review was VAT, attachment needed, things like that. You could have it for different things. You could have it for Derby store versus online store. But the big one for me was that discoverability, accountant to check. So I knew here that whatever this transaction was, I would be able to quickly go to it. So the client is asking me to check it. And that's what I found tags useful for, right? I think the downside of tags was sometimes a bit confusing for clients. Like, do I tag it or do I categorize it? And obviously categorize the key bit. I think if you look at the banking area, sometimes I felt like the tagging was a bit confusing because you were kind of asked to put in a category here or account in this case, and then you had the tags there. And for some clients, they almost felt like they had to fill in all of these fields and it just became something that they would just fill in for the sake of it. So what's to replace it? Well, that's pretty straightforward. The recommendation is to use custom fields. So under QuickBooks Online, they're saying, right, let's use custom fields to replace the tags going forward. And one of the nice things is they've actually now given us more custom fields than we've had before. Simple Start for the first time ever will now get a custom field. Essentials gone from 3 to 4, and Plus have gone 3 to 4 as well. And Advanced is still maintaining that 12 that's there. And I think that to me is where actually we get to see some small benefit of this change, because Simple Start now gets custom fields, right? Never had it before. Both Essentials and Plus are now getting one more custom field as part of the subscription. And the idea is then, is instead of using tags like we have here, so let's go into a transaction, let's say it was this one here. Instead of using the tagging feature, which was just there, and I could then go and find a tag and put it in there, create a tag as much as I want to. What they're saying is you then have these custom fields that you can stick wherever, and you can put the same in then. So I could have for review. Now, in principle, that's probably going to work all right, because let's be clear, one of the problems with tags, and one of the things that I think got people upset about it was on by default. So suddenly overnight, you were asking to put this tag into place. We didn't have to put it before. Custom fields, you physically have to go and turn custom fields on. And at that point, then you can decide where you want that custom field to go. Is it just on invoices, just on expenses? How do you want that custom field to come in? But I think what they've missed the trick is, though, is by default, custom fields are just tags. So tags, once I've set a tag up, let's put for review as my tag. I can add that tag there. That's a tag. But then any other transaction I want to do, I can put for review in as well. And I can then start using that, and that becomes a tag that I can select again. And I can bring that in. And that idea that it's, you know, it's consistent and I can then report against it and everything else. Problem here, what about if I spell for review here, but then I forget the W, the E there. Now suddenly I've meant to put for review, but I've got to type that in and put it through. Now in QuickBooks Advanced, which I'm on in here, I do have the ability to drop down items, right? And I could have a drop down, so I could select it and put it through from there. Whereas in Manage Tags, as you saw, I just had the option to press the add button and it was there. With here, I can go into custom forms, select it, create it, and then come back here. A bit like location, you know, I have the ability to add new there, and classes I can add new there. What we were missing in the custom tags functionality was the add while we're in a transaction. I think if they had that, that'd be great. But also remember, this is only in the advanced version. If they'd have brought this down to all versions, I can see this replacing tags. But at the moment, we're just going to have a whole thing of custom fields there that'll be difficult to find. And let's do test for review, right? Right, this transaction's now saved, right? This is ready. For me to find that for review, let's do a quick test of how long I'd go. I'd go in here, I'd go to tags, I look at for review, find the transaction, boom, I'm in there, done, right? For me to now find that transactions via reports, I've got to jump into reports. Yes, I can make it a custom report so I can find it if I need to. But I'm going to have to find transactions. I choose what type of transaction. Let's do transaction list by date. Brings up here. Then, you know, probably going to have all dates so I can find it. I'm now going to filter by name. My fault for calling that, really. And then for review. Go. Maybe I chose the wrong name. No, that's the right name. Let's put equals, let's say contains. That's probably the reason. There we are. Right. So there was a real time in and finding that. There's the transaction I want. Go into there. And it has brought me back to that transaction. But that was so much slower. And bear in mind, that's when the tags are now hidden at the very top, whereas before they never used to be hidden there, right? They used to be on the transactions page and they used to have the option to have tags there. So I'm not sure this is really the same. I'm not sure this is a, you know, like for like swap. Custom fields is cool, But unless we have the ability, like we do in Advanced here, look, if I go to Advanced now, you can tell I'm Advanced, got 12 options up there. If I go to that same name one that we just created, press edit, there is an opportunity for me to choose what type it's going to be. So if I was to press add field, I've got all of these options. Is it a number? Is it a date? Is it a drop down list? At least then I feel like there's an opportunity to push that through. Now, the reason tags is going is actually pretty obvious in my opinion. Like for me, we have this brand new reporting. You've seen that in there when I went to that transaction list, right? Transaction. We're making this move to this new reporting platform, what we call modern view, right? Modern reporting. And the problem is the old tags was on a different reporting platform. That was the problem with the old reporting, right? We had all these different databases for all these different reports. The idea going forward is everything to do with QuickBooks, if it has a report against it, will be on this new modern reporting going forward, which means we should have a lot of options. And bringing that over was always going to be a bit of a pain point. So I get it, right? I get why it didn't make it, because in theory, not many people were using it. And I think the reason not many people use it was we were confused at the beginning of what it was. It was kind of launched with no real reason behind it. We had classes, we had locations. Why do we need tags, right? For me, it took me a good 3 to 4 months to find that use case for it, to understand it, to go, actually, this is a really cool feature and I want this feature going forward. If I'd never found that feature though, I probably never would use it. And at this point, I probably won't be too fussed that it's actually going. But at the time, I didn't understand it, and I think not many people did. And I don't think it got the use case it needed. People like myself weren't shouting about it enough because it was already starting to get taken away from us. The fact that the writing was on the wall, that it didn't make it from transactions to there. QuickBooks Self-Employed has tags. QuickBooks Sole Trader doesn't have tags. So it was kind of known that it was going to go. So I think that's one of the reasons why not many people shouted about it. But the people who did shout about it had real cool use cases for it. And it's a real shame. Like for us, we're now going to have to completely change our workflow. That tagging system was so powerful for us for discovering a transaction again. Now, if I'm going to have to use that custom field, it just doesn't feel as intuitive to find it. I've got to know how to use this reporting function way more than I've ever had to before just to do it. And yes, I could create a custom report to come back to it easily. Get it? I understand it. And I imagine the report would be actually, you'd want that name, put that in there, and you'd want it to be is not empty. Like, that will probably be a default report going forward. Whatever you're going to call that custom field. I should never have called it name, let's be honest. I should call it tags, right? And then if I call it tag, might be easier. I could then put it through from there. I'm just not sure this is the right way for it. It just feels like we're taking away functionality that the only reasons that not happened was because it wasn't launched the right way. And because it wasn't launched the right way, not enough people used it, the uptake was low, and that's why it's been taken away from us. If we'd launched it in a better state, more people would use it, the more people would then actually, there'll be more of an incentive for the team to go out there and actually develop for it, and I think then it would have become a better product overall. In the end, we've just lost it completely because I fear, and my feeling and my gut feeling is it just wasn't launched correctly. So hopefully this is a lesson going forward. This isn't the first time this has happened, but we keep having things being launched, not really launched properly, and then we lose the functionality overall. Instead of what happened for everyone, I get that we need to release things just to get it out there and see what it's like and build on it. But sometimes we don't build on it because it was not to the standards from day one, and we've got to change that.
Editor Aaron here, just a really quick one. I forgot to show in the video that I also can't find this potential migration tool that they mentioned. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I've just misread it or I set my expectations too high, but they definitely talked about migration between those date ranges, and I just can't find it anywhere. So let me know if I completely missed it, but my fear is that if I've missed it, then I imagine a lot of other people have as well. So yeah, not good. Not good at all.
But what do you think? What's your reasons? Are you loving tags? Do you really upset that it's going? Do you not care? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about the fact that tags has been taken away from us. My name's been Aaron Patrick. Hopefully this video is useful to you, and if you can, make sure you like, subscribe, all of that sort of stuff, so that we can continue making videos like this going forward on the world of QuickBooks. My name's been Aaron Patrick. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to this new scene.
Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video.
Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video.
Right, let's get it set. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, I'm aware we go live every Monday.
The next generation is about everyone else that missed it.
Yeah. So current. All right, you've told us what you love about the industry, but what would you change about the industry?
Where do I start?
During that period of time, where did everyone turn to? Their accountant, their advisors, the bookkeeper, and you all did phenomenal work for small business.